Vanakkam, welcome to Cryptography and Network Security subject. I am Raja, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology. So in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the basics of cryptography. So cryptography is a word derived from Greek language. It means hidden writing for secure data communication. Whenever you are sending a data through the internet or a public network, we must convert the message into non-human readable format, that is hidden writing. So when we are using a kind of applications like a WhatsApp or any other modern web application, all are using the cryptographic concept in their application programs. Before jumping into the topic, let me understand the outcome of this lecture. Upon completion of this lecture, the learner will be able to understand the basics of cryptography. They will understand the symmetric cipher model, and they will understand the asymmetric cipher model, and they will know the importance of encryption and decryption, and they will understand the unconditionally secure and computationally secure encryption schemes. So let me understand the cryptography first in our next slide. So cryptography, as I told, it is a hidden writing for secure communication. So generally in cryptography, there are two algorithms are used. One is encryption algorithm, another one is decryption algorithm. So the encryption algorithm will be useful for converting the plain text into ciphertext by using a key. So that converted ciphertext has to be transferred through the internet or a public network. And in the receiver side, the decryption algorithm will convert the ciphertext using a key to the plain text. So this plain text can be easily understood by the normal human, so that the receiver will be able to see what message actually sender has sent. So this is what a normally encryption and decryption process taken place in cryptography. And let me understand the proper definition about the cryptography. So cryptography is an art and science which is protection of information from unauthorized user, and it is transforming the intelligible message into one that is unintelligible, and then retransforming that message back to its original form, which means the cryptography is providing the protection for our information from unauthorized users by the concept of converting the intelligible message, that is plain text, into unintelligible message, that is ciphertext, and the same message can be converted back to its plain text, that is the unintelligible message can be converted into intelligible message in the receiver side. So these processes are applicable when we are following the cryptography concept in our application program. In cryptography, there are two types of models are there. One is symmetric key cryptography, another one is asymmetric key cryptography. In symmetric key cryptography, there will be only one shared key will be useful for both sender and receiver, that is for encryption and decryption. But in case of asymmetric key cryptography, there will be different keys or pair of related keys will be used for encryption, and another key is used for decryption. Okay, the same key used for symmetric key for both encryption and decryption, but in case of asymmetric key, there will be a different keys used for encryption as well as decryption. So that's what the types of cryptography is that. So let me understand the symmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography in detailed manner. In symmetric key cryptography, both the sender and receiver are using the same key for encryption and decryption as well. For example, if an encryption algorithm uses a random number 500, the same random number 500 will be used for decryption algorithm. Here in this symmetric key cryptography, the key may be a secret code or a secret password or a random number. The random number may be a number which is generated by the pseudo random number generator. So that number should be a larger one. If it is not, what will happen if a number is used by the sender for encryption purpose, a small one, then it may be easily detectable by the attackers. So that once it is detected by the attacker, he may know all the incoming messages, outgoing messages from and to the users. So that in a symmetric cryptography model, generally we need to use the larger random number which is easily not detectable by the attackers. Okay, so in this symmetric cryptography model, we are using an algorithm as well as the key. So this algorithm and the key are the most important factor and vital information in the particular communication. So the key must be secretly kept under the custody of owner, both the sender and receiver. So this kind of method will be useful for normal mobile applications, in the case of symmetric key cryptography. Then by using the symmetric cryptography, that plain text will be converted into ciphertext, which is non-human readable format, and it will not be easily detectable by the attacker who is not having the proper key. And the receiver side, the ciphertext will be converted into plain text by using the same key, because the receiver, that is authorized users, possesses the key value. When the two users, or when you are agreeing with using the symmetric key cryptography model, the users must exchange the key in between both sender and receiver. So that's what the basic things about the symmetric key cryptography. And in next slide we will see about the asymmetric key cryptography. Okay, the second model is asymmetric key cryptography or public key cryptography. So in this cryptography model, the sender and the receiver are using the different keys for encryption and decryption. How it is possible to use the different key by using the asymmetric key cryptography? In the sense, when two users are going to use or agreeing with the asymmetric key cryptography model for their communication, in the sense, the two users has to create their own pair of related keys, that is public key and private key. Okay, the public key is used for encryption and the private key is used for decryption. Say for example, there are user A and user B. If user A wants to send a message to user B, in the sense, the user A has to pull the public key of the user B from the public key directory, and the same may be used for encryption. So once it is encrypted, the same message has to be transferred through the public network to the receiver side. The receiver has to receive the message, that is in the form of ciphertext, and they have to apply their own private keys for decryption purpose. So the private key will be there in the custody of the creators, that is users itself, but public key can be placed in the public key directory, or it can be exchanged by the authorized users. Okay, even though the attackers receives the public key, he cannot able to detect the private key. So that's what the public key cryptography system is there. So when we are using the public key cryptography, there are two different keys are generated by the both users, that is public key and private key. The public key of the receiver will be used for encryption purpose at the sender side, and the decryption process, the receiver has to use his own private key for converting the ciphertext into plain text. So this is what we are having the additional benefit than which is there, which is not there in the symmetric key cryptography. Okay, already we discussed about the asymmetric cipher model and a symmetric cipher model. In both cases, we were discussing about the how to use the keys, that is a public key and private key and a shared key. Apart from the key, the encryption algorithm is also one of the important factor either in the symmetric encryption or asymmetric encryption. And then whatever cipher model you are using, both the symmetric cipher model or asymmetric cipher model, the encryption algorithm must satisfy these two property to satisfy the secure communication, that is unconditionally secure and computationally secure. So we will discuss one by one what is unconditionally secure encryption scheme and what is computationally secure encryption scheme in upcoming slides. The first encryption scheme is unconditionally secure encryption scheme. In either of the symmetric key cryptography model or asymmetric key cryptography model, the encryption algorithm is the one is going to convert all the plain text into ciphertext. So this ciphertext has to be transferred through the internet to the receiver side. When the ciphertext does not contain enough information to detect the plain text uniquely, in the sense, then that encryption scheme or encryption algorithm is called as unconditionally secure encryption scheme. And also we can tell one example, in between sender and receiver, there will be one attacker may be there. The attacker may receive lots and lots of messages from the particular communication. Even though receiving lots of messages, even he is not able to detect the plain text from the ciphertext, in the sense, then the particular algorithm is called as unconditionally secure encryption scheme. Okay, the next we will see about the computationally encryption scheme in the upcoming slide. The second one is computationally secure encryption scheme. One we call the encryption algorithm or encryption scheme is computationally secure. It is depending on two factors. One is cost and time. Generally, the attackers put a lot of effort and a lot of time to detect the plain text from the ciphertext. Still, he is not able to detect the plain text, in the sense the particular algorithm is called as computationally secure encryption scheme. In other words, the cost spent by the attacker to detect the plain text from the ciphertext is exceeds the value of the encrypted message, and also the time required to break the ciphertext is exceeds the value of or lifetime of the message in the sense, then particular encryption algorithm or encryption scheme is called as computationally secure encryption scheme. So that's it about the lecture what we are having, that is cryptography. So we are in the concluding remarks about this lecture. In this lecture topic, we have discussed about the symmetric cipher model and asymmetric cipher model. That is, same key is used for encryption and decryption, and different keys are used for encryption and decryption. And we have discussed about the basics of cryptography, and we have gone through about the importance of encryption and decryption, and we have gone through about the unconditionally secure and computationally secure schemes. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thank you.